July 19th, 2014 for Best Life for All Seasons, 100 Inspirational Quotes. Thoughts of great people, from Socrates to Schwarzenegger, about life values, success and human abilities. 1. What the mind of a person can comprehend and what he can believe that he is able to achieve. Napoleon Hill, journalist and writer. 2. Seek not to success, and the values that it gives. Albert Einstein. 3. I owe my success to the fact that I never made excuses and did not accept excuses from others. Florence Nightingale. 4. In my career I have conceded over 9,000 shots and lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to make the final winning shot and missed. I have been defeated over and over and over again. And that's why I have been successful. Michael Jordan. 5. The most difficult thing is to start acting, everything else depends only on perseverance. Amelia Earhart. 6. One must love life more than the meaning of life. Fyodor Dostoevsky. 7. Life is what happens to you while you make plans. John Lennon. 8. Logic can lead you from point A to point B, and imagination can go anywhere. Albert Einstein. 9. In 20 years, you will be more frustrated with the things you didn't do than the things you did. So get away from the quiet dock. Feel the wind in your sail. Move forward, act, open up. Mark Twain. 10. Always start with something that sows doubts. Boris Strugatsky. 11. Real responsibility is only personal. Fazil Iskander. 12. A meaningless life is not worth living. Socrates. 13. 80% of success is to appear in the right place at the right time. Woody Allen. 14. Your time is limited, don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. 15. Victory is not everything, everything is a constant desire to win. Vince Lombardi, American football coach. 16. Science is organized knowledge, wisdom is organized life. Immanuel Kant. 17. There is no word impossible in my vocabulary. Napoleon Bonaparte. 18. You will never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Christopher Columbus. 19. Freedom is worthless if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. Mahatma Gandhi. 20. Either you are in control of your day, or the day is in control of you. Jim Rohn, speaker and business coach. 21. If you think you are capable of something, you are right. If you think that you will not succeed, you are also right. Henry Ford. 22. The two most important days in your life, the day when you were born, and the day when you understood why. Mark Twain. 23. Start doing everything you can do, and even what you can even dream of. Courage is genius, strength and magic. Johann Wolfgang Goethe. 24. The best revenge is a huge success. Frank Sinatra. 25. It is often said that motivation is short-lived. But the same thing happens with a refreshing shower, which is why it is recommended to take it daily. Zig Ziglar, writer, businessman and marketing consultant. 26. Weak people all their lives try to be no worse than others. The strong need to become the best at all costs. Boris Akunin. 27. It's all about thoughts. Thought is the beginning of everything. And thoughts can be controlled. And so the main thing for improvement is to work on thoughts. Lev Tolstoy. 28. There is only one way to avoid criticism: do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Aristotle. 29. The person you are destined to become is only the person you yourself decide to become. Ralph Waldo Emerson, essayist, poet and philosopher. 30. Walk confidently towards the dream. Live the life that you have invented for yourself. Henry David Thoreau, writer, thinker, naturalist. 31. I hope that at the end of my days, when I stand before God, I will not have a drop of talent left so that I can tell him, I used everything that you gave me. Irma Bombeck, writer, journalist. 32. It is better to be confident in a good result than to hope for an excellent one. Warren Buffett. 33. Some things may grab your attention, but focus better on those that grab your heart. Indian proverb. 34. One has only to believe that you can, and you are already halfway to the goal. Theodore Roosevelt. 35. Do not blame your child for being afraid of the dark. The real tragedy is when an adult is afraid of the light. Plato. 36. Learn to say, I don't know, and that will already be progress. Moses Maimonides, Jewish philosopher and theologian. 37. Start from where you are now. Use what you have and do the best you can. Arthur Ashe, tennis player. 38. When I was 5 years old, my mother always said that the main thing in life is happiness. When I went to school, when asked what I want to be when I grow up, I answered, a happy person. I was then told that I did not understand the question, and I replied that it was they who did not understand life. John Lennon. 39. Fall 7 times, and rise 8 times. Japanese proverb. 40. When one door closes to happiness, another immediately opens. But we often look at the first for so long that we do not notice the second. Helene Keller, writer, lecturer, political activist. 41. Everything has its own beauty, but not everyone can see it. Confucius. 42. How wonderful that you don't have to wait a minute to start making the world a better place. Anne Frank. 43. When I free myself from who I am, I become who I can be. Lao Tzu. 44. Happiness is not something ready-made. Happiness depends only on your actions. Dalai Lama. 45. If you are offered a seat in a booster, do not ask what the seat is. Just take it. Sheryl Sandberg, Facebook COO. 46. First, define your ideal, set a goal. Then stock up on the necessary means to achieve it, wisdom, money, methods, and materials. Finally, use all your means to achieve your goal. Aristotle. 47. If there is no wind, grab the oars. Latin proverb. 48. Always rely on the idea that your own decision to be successful is more important than anything else. Abraham Lincoln. 49. Success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing optimism. Winston Churchill. 50. They ask, how can you handle all the affairs in 15 minutes? I say, it's simple. We must not waste a single second. Richard Branson, British entrepreneur, founder of Virgin Corporation. 51. Everyone wants to change humanity, but no one thinks about how to change themselves. Lev Tolstoy. 52. It is important to believe that talent is given to us for a reason, and that at any cost it must be used for something. Marie Curie. 53. If an inner voice tells you that you cannot paint as much as possible, then this voice will subside. Vincent van Gogh. 54. Determination of purpose is the starting point of all achievements. William Clement Stone, writer and businessman. 55. We become what we think about. Earl Nightingale, radio host. 56. I am not a victim of circumstances, I am the result of my decisions. Stephen Covey, organizational management consultant and trainer. 57. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next good moment is today. Chinese proverb. 58. All children are artists. The problem is staying an artist when you grow up. Pablo Picasso. 59. I was amazed at how important it is to take action. It is not enough just to know, you have to use knowledge. It is not enough to want something, you need to do it. Leonardo da Vinci. 60. What is money? A person is successful if he wakes up in the morning, returns to bed in the evening, and does what he likes during the break. Bob Dylan. 61. I didn't fail the test. I just found 100 ways to write it wrong. Benjamin Franklin. 62. Defeat is not defeat, unless you recognize it as such in your mind. Bruce Lee. 63. Failure is simply an opportunity to start again, but wiser. Henry Ford. 64. I am sure, you must not be allowed to be stopped by the wretched word no. Richard Branson. 65. Only those who do not try anything new never make mistakes. Albert Einstein. 66. You become what you believe in. Oprah Winfrey, TV personality. 67. Happiness is not always about doing what you want, but about always wanting what you do. Lev Tolstoy. 68. I'd rather die of passion than boredom. Vincent van Gogh. 69. You learn the fastest in 3 cases, up to 7 years old, at trainings, and when life has driven you into a corner. Stephen Covey. 70. People will forget what you said, they will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Maya Angelou, writer and poet. 71. Our consciousness is everything. You become what you think about. Buddha. 72. If you want to build a ship, you do not need to call people, plan, share work, get tools. It is necessary to infect people with the desire for the endless sea. Then they will build the ship themselves. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. 73. Never think that you already know everything. And no matter how highly you are appreciated, always have the courage to say to yourself, I am ignorant. Ivan Pavlov, physiologist. 74. It is not so important how slowly you go, as how long you go without stopping. Confucius. 75. If you think about what you have in life, you can always have more. If you think what you don't have, you will never have enough. Oprah Winfrey. 76. Turn your big thoughts into big actions as quickly as possible. Don't let false excuses hold you back. Excuses are symptoms of fear. Donald Trump. 77. To lead people with you, follow them. Lao Tzu. 78. Remember that not being successful is sometimes also a great success. Dalai Lama. 79. Always choose the most difficult path. You will not meet competitors on it. Charles de Gaulle. 80. One completed productive task is worth 50 half-completed tasks. Malcolm Forbes. 81. Our life begins to come to an end when we stop talking about really important things. Martin Luther King Jr. 82. Trouble doesn't come alone, but luck doesn't come alone. Romain Rolland, writer. 83. Every thought is like a dough. If you crumple it well, you can make everything out of it. Ivan Turgenev. 84. Do everything that you can, where you are, using everything that you have. Theodore Roosevelt. 85. Remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. 86. The world is divided into 2 classes, some believe in the incredible, others do the impossible. Oscar Wilde. 87. The only happiness in life is a constant striving forward. Emile Zola. 88. It is not the strongest who survives, but the most susceptible to change. Charles Darwin. 89. You can say that you have bad genetics, poor metabolism, or you can just get your ass off the couch and start working on yourself, set a goal and believe in yourself. In this case, you will definitely succeed. Arnold Schwarzenegger. 90. Never to fall is not the greatest merit in life. The main thing is to get up every time. Nelson Mandela. 91. The question is not who will allow me, but who will be able to forbid me. Ayn Rand. 92. When it seems that the whole world is against you, remember that the plane takes off not downwind, but against it. Henry Ford. 93. Life is measured not by how many years it is, but by how many in these years of real life. Abraham Lincoln. 94. Benefiting the world is the only way to be happy. Hans Christian Andersen. 95. Either write something worthwhile or do something worth writing about. Benjamin Franklin. 96. The only way to do something very well is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. 97. A wise person demands everything from himself only, while an insignificant person demands everything from others. Lev Tolstoy. 98. Great are those who see that thoughts rule the world. Ralph Emerson. 99. Before climbing the ladder of success, make sure it is leaning against the wall of the building you are looking for. Stephen Covey. 100. Every successful venture is rooted in a bold decision once made. Peter Drucker, American economist.